In today's short analysis video, we will discuss on Texas Instrument stock. My dear friends, this stock is currently broken out from an important resistance level, and along with that there are multiple positive factors which has already been materialized, and it would allow us to capitalize an opportunity to buy this stock. We can initiate buy position before an upside rally gets started. Dear friends, if you'll make a closer look, this was on top where the correction started in the form of downward sloping parallel channel. And as long as the stock was trading under this downward sloping parallel channel, the stock got trigger with price wise correction, and there was a back to back lower lows. First lower lows trigger over here, the second lower lows over here, and the third lower lows here. But as soon as this downward sloping parallel channel get break on the upper side, first time its lower lows shifted to higher highs, and this is an area where we got into major positive signal. Here we got a two major positive points. Number one, the downward sloping parallel channel got trigger on the upper side, and the second positive signal is lower lows shifted to higher highs. Whenever the lower lows get shifted to higher highs, we take that area as a confirmation that stock has completed the correction and it's ready for an upside move. And now, my dear friends, we will see the most important, the most important trigger or the most important positive factors, and that will be a chart pattern. If you'll see over here, you'll be able to see there is an inverted head and shoulder pattern got broken out on the buy side. This is an the strong buy pattern which has already been broken out from an important neckline, and now very soon you will see the target will there is a high probability that stock may reach to the level of $209. So this will be the first target, and it will also come here to fill the gap. So this will be the second target 220, and between this second target there is a gap, so the stock may come to fill the gap. So that gap will act as a resistance and that resistance you can look as an area to book your profits. Whenever the stock comes to fill the gap, that area will act as a resistance. If it's coming on the upper side to fill the gap, it will be resistance, but on the downside it will come to fill the gap, it will act as a support. So now, since this gap is on the upper side, so whenever the stock will go to fill the gap, it will act as a resistance. And so there might be a possibility that that resistance will create a profit booking, because that's an this entire area isn't the resistance level and the target levels and the gap filling area. So due to all this multiple multiple factors trigger on the same area, so there might be a possibility that this area will act as in strong rejections. So you can look this area as an area of profit booking. And my dear friends, we will also see the stop loss should be below the right shoulder swing, below the lows of the right shoulder swing. So this is it for today's analysis, my dear friends. And and this area of neckline will act as a strong support, because earlier it wasn't resistance, but now the resistance turned into an important support, because multiple positive factors has been materialized, has been triggered over here. This was an area where we have seen the downward sloping parallel channel got trigger on the upper side. This was an area where we have identified lower lows shifted to higher highs, and this is an area where we have seen the positive chart patterns. We have witnessed the positive chart pattern breakout, that is inverted head and shoulder pattern broken out on the buy sides. So with due respect to all the positive breakout, this area of neckline so far was in resistance, but now it's turned into an important support, and your stop loss should be below this important support so that it won't get triggered so easily. This is it for today's analysis, my dear friends. If you really like my analysis, help me to help me with the subscriptions. Subscribe to my channel so that it will it will give a motivations to me to make a more such full helpful content. Thanks. Bye bye.